Oh, see, how do you know that monk, monks can lie?
This is a retreat that is called the Buddhist Detox Retreat. What are we detoxing from? Well, we are detoxing from the busyness and the stresses of life. We are detoxing from our phones and electronic gadgets. And we're also detoxing from wrong views, the type of views that actually causes us more suffering in our lives, and rather to practice and learn about what is right view, what is reality. So if you'd like to learn more, I hope you too can join our next retreats. So on this retreat, we had about over 40 participants, many of whom had never been on a retreat before. And so they came really just curious, just opening themselves up, I think with a lot of courage, to try and learn and look inside of themselves and learn about the Buddha's teachings. And importantly, they came as strangers, but by the end of the retreat, as friends.
And this retreat really put into perspective my life and my purpose in life. And it taught me so many things about just the nature of how reality is and how I can apply that in my day-to-day living, where I can be more stress-free, even though my life feels like there's just eggs being chucked at me constantly. I can walk through it with a smile. And experience with monks who themselves are so devout that they've given up so much attachment and materialism to seek something higher within themselves and within the community.
Having the monks here has given us a new way of thinking about things, and I've really enjoyed discussing those ideas with the other participants and thinking about how I apply them when I go home. Partly in my work and also in my family, so that we can still have lots of connections, but perhaps consider the kinds of expectations that we have of ourselves and of others as well. So it's been a worthwhile experience.
You know, when I first came here, I was pretty much a blank slate. I didn't even know what Buddhism was about. I didn't really know what it was, but I liked how the venerables, they were able to explain things not in a very conventional way, but in a way that makes so much sense. And they were even able to relate it to real life, so that was even more entertaining. So and I liked how it was so structured. I think the sessions here are really structured. The fact that they go through each step without the feeling of a time constraint really allows for reflection and more awareness of the self, which is kind of what this retreat was all about. And because of how I'm also a science person, I also relate back to science equations. I find that Venerable Mahinda there was relating back to some of the idea of the protons, electrons, neutrons, but I think, this was a really amazing experience, and I highly recommend coming to this place.